Lorenzo de Medici, often remembered as Lorenzo the Magnificent, stands as one of the most pivotal figures of the Italian Renaissance. A statesman, diplomat, poet, and, above all, a prodigious patron of the arts who indelibly shaped the cultural landscape of Florence. By extension, Europe. Born in Florence on April 23rd, 1449, Lorenzo was the second son of Piero de Medici, ruler of Florence, and Lucrezia Tornabuoni, a woman of considerable intelligence and political acumen who actively supported the Medici family's cultural endeavors. His early life was steeped in the world of the Medici dynasty, a powerful banking family whose influence extended far beyond the financial realm, permeating politics, religion, and the arts. The Medici Bank, established generations earlier, had become a central pillar of European finance, facilitating trade and lending across the continent, and securing the family immense wealth and power. Lorenzo's upbringing was meticulously crafted to prepare him for leadership, encompassing rigorous studies in classical literature, history, philosophy, and the arts, alongside practical training in banking and governance. He received instruction from some of the leading humanist scholars of the time, including Marsilio Ficino and Angelo Poliziano, who instilled in him a deep appreciation for classical antiquity and its potential for revitalization in the modern world. From a young age, Lorenzo displayed a keen intellect and artistic sensibility, demonstrating a talent for poetry and a genuine passion for the creative arts. His early poetry, infused with classical allusions and infused with a romantic sensibility, showcased his burgeoning talent and foreshadowed his future role as a patron of literature. The political climate in Florence during Lorenzo's youth was turbulent, marked by internal power struggles and external threats from rival city-states and foreign powers. The Pazzi conspiracy, a failed attempt to assassinate Lorenzo and his brother Giuliano during High Mass in the Florence Cathedral in 1478, profoundly impacted his life and solidified his resolve to protect Florence and his family. The attack, orchestrated by the Pazzi family with the backing of Pope Sixtus IV, was intended to destabilize Florence and install a Medici puppet regime, but Lorenzo narrowly escaped unharmed while Giuliano was tragically killed. The aftermath of the conspiracy saw a ruthless crackdown on the Pazzi family and their allies, cementing Lorenzo's power and ushering in a period of Medici dominance in Florentine politics. Following the death of his father in 1479, Lorenzo ascended to the leadership of the Medici family and assumed de facto control of Florence, although he officially held the title of Gonfalonier a Vita, a lifetime position as head of the Florentine Republic. His rule was characterized by a shrewd blend of diplomacy, political maneuvering, and patronage of the arts, enabling him to maintain a precarious balance of power in the volatile Italian peninsula. Lorenzo skillfully navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries among the major Italian powers, including Venice, Milan, the Papal States, and the Kingdom of Naples, often employing subtle diplomacy and strategic alliances to protect Florence's interests. He maintained a policy of neutrality in the wars between France and the Holy Roman Empire, avoiding costly military engagements while carefully managing Florence's trade and financial interests. Lorenzo's most enduring legacy, however, lies in his unparalleled patronage of the arts, which transformed Florence into the undisputed cultural capital of the Renaissance. He recognized the transformative power of art and actively sought to cultivate a vibrant artistic community, providing financial support, commissions, and intellectual stimulation to a constellation of brilliant artists, poets, and scholars. His most famous protege was Leonardo da Vinci, whom he employed as an engineer, architect, and artist, providing him with opportunities to explore his boundless creativity and conduct groundbreaking scientific investigations. Michelangelo Buonarroti, a young sculptor of prodigious talent, entered Lorenzo's household in 1492, receiving invaluable training and mentorship from the Medici ruler. Sandro Botticelli, renowned for his lyrical depictions of mythological and religious subjects, flourished under Lorenzo's patronage, receiving numerous commissions for altarpieces, frescoes, and portraits. Lorenzo actively supported the work of other prominent artists, including Donatello, Verrocchio, Ghirlandaio, and Filippino Lippi, ensuring that Florence remained at the forefront of artistic innovation. He established the Neoplatonic Academy, a gathering place for humanist scholars, poets, and artists who explored the philosophical and aesthetic principles that underpinned the Renaissance ideal of human potential. The Academy served as a fertile ground for intellectual exchange, fostering a spirit of inquiry and innovation that profoundly shaped the cultural landscape of Florence. Lorenzo's own poetic talents were widely admired, and he produced a substantial body of sonnets, ballads, and poems that explored themes of love, beauty, and the transience of life. His poetry, characterized by its elegance and lyrical grace, helped to elevate the status of vernacular Italian and contributed to the development of a distinct Florentine literary tradition. Lorenzo's lavish entertainments and spectacles, including elaborate festivals, theatrical performances, and masquerade balls, were renowned throughout Europe for their opulence and artistic innovation. These events served not only to amuse and delight the Florentine elite, but also to showcase the city's cultural achievements and reinforce Lorenzo's image as a patron of the arts and a benevolent ruler. Despite his diplomatic acumen and artistic patronage, Lorenzo's Reign was not without its critics, who accused him of extravagance, nepotism, and the suppression of dissent. His lavish spending on the arts and entertainments contributed to a growing public debt, while his reliance on a close circle of advisors and relatives raised concerns about the concentration of power in the hands of the Medici family. His attempts to maintain a precarious balance of power among the Italian city-states often involved making compromises that alienated certain factions and fueled resentment among rival powers. However, Lorenzo's reputation as a Renaissance prince, a cultured statesman, and a generous patron of the arts endured throughout his lifetime and beyond. He died on April 20th, 1492, in Careggi, a villa near Florence, after a period of debilitating illness, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences today. His death marked a turning point in Florentine history, as the city was plunged into political turmoil and the Medici dynasty temporarily lost its grip on power. However, the cultural legacy of Lorenzo the Magnificent, the flourishing of the arts, the rise of humanism, and the transformation of Florence into the cultural heart of the Renaissance remains an enduring testament to his vision and patronage. The art he championed continues to resonate with audiences across the world, celebrating the beauty of the human spirit and the transformative power of creativity. Lorenzo's life and reign serve as a reminder of the profound influence that individuals can have on the course of history, and the enduring value of art, culture, and humanistic ideals.